What's up, graphic designers? And congratulations to Grayson, who earned an A++ on this project. She was workshopping this over the last couple days, and I just wanted to share with you a few choices that she made, maybe with a little bit insight from her teacher. Among them is that she desaturated the neighborhoods, right? So originally it was a little bit like this, but when you desaturate it and you apply what looks like the screen blending mode on this purple layer, it gives it a nice vibe. It looks really great. And you know, Grayson gets extra credit for including all these different cool Queens neighborhoods in here, including Richmond Hill. I live actually right here. I live in like the eye. So check out Richmond Hill at some point. Queens has so much to offer. And this poster is a great exemplar of what we should be aspiring to. I'm going to show you a little bit about how we're going to construct a poster featuring Mr. Sprinkle, because I want to keep it easy for you guys. So, of course, we're building on this template. And in order to do that, we really need quality PNG cutouts. So some of you guys did a great job. Some of us did not. So we didn't put our name in the file name, and we didn't save this as a PNG with the background cut out. Unfortunately, that's problematic, as is this one with Mr. Brown. I love Mr. Brown, and yet the cover is not superimposed on here. I think certainly that needs the cover. Chrissy did Mr. Reyes today, which is great, but it doesn't have the cover on here. It's got to have the cover. If you're confused about where to get the information, it is, of course, on the spreadsheet. And so let's take a look at some of your submissions before we return to that spreadsheet in a moment. In addition to Grayson, shout out to Sadiq, who earned an A++ on this image. Among the things that I really appreciate about this, and what you guys need to do, Josh, Nathaniel, everybody in this row, is have a couple elements of blending modes in here. So we got this train in here, super subtle. We see the tracks cutting across. It looks good. It's got a great color scheme. Mr. Rubel didn't give an extensive blurb. Just started. He says, "I love him, but too early to rate. We would love some greater insight." But despite the fact of limited information, Sadiq did some research. We found this. This looks amazing. And so we looked at a few of these other examples in class. So what I'm going to suggest to Seth and Nathaniel, definitely, and maybe Nora, is just make it easy visually. So right here, there's a lot going on in this background behind where it says Mr. Kimmel's reading. I like the font choice. What could Nora do? Yes, she could use simply the eyedropper tool, select this blue, and paint this entire area blue up here so there's not all that busyness behind that text. That's a great suggestion. Thank you so much. Additionally, we want to apply some blending modes. And so let's talk about what that means and how that works. All right, so we're going to do Mr. Sprinkle right now really quickly. So here's the template. So this is what I'm going to do. Ideally, you have a high-quality PNG cutout. And I'm going to do a little bit of inversion selection. We got Mr. Rubel, and it's not perfect, but we're just going to have to roll with it for today. I'm going to increase the size. Beautiful. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at that spreadsheet that has a little bit of information. And among the information that we have here is possible visuals related to it. What I'm going to suggest that you guys do is get a nice scenic environment. So I know that Jimmy Carter, he did Habitat for Humanity, absolutely. The Camp David Accords, visually not particularly soothing, but when I googled where is Jimmy Carter from, it says Plains, Georgia. And so when you do an image search, at the very top, like, is this image right here? And so this is his Baptist church. I'm going to right click, I'm going to copy image. And I know, like, looking at this works well because there's lots of areas where I can see we were going to put the blurb. We've got space for the text where we can pop in some blending modes. I'm press Command V, Command T, and ideally want to get a higher res. But you know what? For this project, we're just going to roll with it as best as that we can. Beautiful. I'm going to drop this down. Okay. And so now here is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to hop into this spreadsheet. I'm going to shift over, and we're going to think about how much did he write? All right, Mr. Sprinkle is a prolific writer, and that's okay. I'm going to use the type tool, and I'm going to click and I'm going to drag, like so, Command V. And I'm not loving this sort of like graffiti text that I was using for a basketball poster. So instead, we're going to get something very simple, maybe like a Theus. I'm going to make the text a little bit smaller. We're experimenting, so approximately 22. That looks awesome. You guys are going to get your logo. You're going to put it right here. But what else can we do? How can we incorporate blending modes into this? Well, that's a great question. What if we grabbed President Carter? I'm going to copy image.
I'm going to copy and paste it onto here. There we go. There's the selection. I'm not really sure what happened a moment ago. Command C, return here, Command V, Command T. I'm going to make this approximately this size. And you know what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to be slick. We're going to get rid of this tree right here. You like the tree, I love the tree, but you know what? Maybe it's another season. Maybe that tree was transplanted somewhere else. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to go like this. Beautiful. We're going to, oh, you guys, I just made a huge mistake. This is why we always want to work on different layers. I was actually just talking to James, actually a few of you guys about that a moment ago. I'm sorry, earlier today. All right, so let's get rid of this blue. Real life learning. So here's what we're going to do. Command D to deselect, Command Shift N, Enter B. I'm going to brush out that tree. No one even knows it was there. We're going to grab Mr. Carter. We're going to put it on top. We're going to press Command Shift U. Ideally do levels, but the levels look pretty good. Hold Shift, plus, plus, plus. And we're going to have something that looks maybe a little bit like that. I like that overlay. I love this. That looks really great right there. Yes. Oh, absolutely. We're going to take Jack. We're going to maybe shift this about. Where would this make sense? Maybe right here. Clearly, Jack's not doing this. Maybe we'll pop Jack in the lower right-hand corner. Yeah, I like that right there. And then this text, it needs to pop a little bit more. So what we can do, ladies and gentlemen, if we click Effects in the lower right-hand corner and we click Drop Shadow, that looks far better, right? We got a little bit of contrast. I'm going to reduce the size, the spread, and it looks tremendous right there. So I can read that blurb. I can see who made it. And now next what we need to do is add some text. So what we're going to do is have 3 lines of text. Each line of text is going to have its own font. Here we've got like white on purple, purple on white. You're going to think about what color scheme makes sense. This is on the way. This project right here is on the way to earning an A++. I can't wait to see you guys produce something similar. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.